2019 Hyundai Veloster North First Driver View, Naughty and Nice. Nürburgring, Germany. The N in the 2019 Hyundai Veloster N's name, as far as anyone knows, speaks to Hyundai's R&D base back in Nijmegen. For the reason to visit Germany I'm happy, and likewise remains for Nürburgring, the track on which it was sharpened and representative of the auto fan culture it needs a bit of. Since here in the Eiffel Mountains it feels like a perpetual gathering for gearheads. The parking garage where you get to the Nordschleife for the incredible traveler laps is humming with autos from each edge of Europe. The air around the track is thick with grill smoke, hot brakes and adrenaline, superior motors reverberating over the moving scene long after the track has closed down for the day. It's a potent environment, and precisely the soul Hyundai needs to catch for an American gathering of people in the Veloster N. The man entrusted with doing that is Albert Biermann, enlisted from a comparable activity at BMW and with his natural comprehension of what DVT drivers need. Evidence of that is clear in the quantity of M2S and Ms you see beating the Nordschleife Traveler sessions. Hyundai is plainly trusting he can channel that skill into its own items. He makes the correct clamors about the brand's house being in Korea, yet on a bright night in the German wide open with a Pilsner close by, it's reasonable this is his usual range of familiarity, and in most unquestionably remains for Nürburgring. Following day we're out on the track itself, the exit from the pit path so sudden I've scarcely chosen second apparatus before sifting through onto the Nordschleife. I've passed away in front of the rest of the competition in the prepare of autos behind an educator in an i30N, the e-Antra GT relative that propelled the execution brand to the European market a year ago to basic approval. What's more, I'm resolved to influence him to work for his lunch. They may have an alternate look and unmistakable suspension tuning, yet the i30N and its Veloster cousin are essentially exchangeable as far as equipment. Like all in items, the Veloster N will be manual transmission just for the not-so-distant future, mostly out of concession to aficionados and completely out of absence of a reasonable in-house gearbox. What's more, they have the same 2.0-liter twin-scroll turbocharged motor driving the front wheels with 275 full and 260 pound-feet of torque. That is a major hop from the 201 horsepower, 1.6-liter Veloster Turbo Ultimate, and puts it square between the Golf GTI and all-wheel drive R, which is no mischance given Volkswagen's execution items are the benchmark Hyundai needs to surpass. Also, the Veloster N is prepared to do only that. The turns are fundamentally beefed upward, while under the skin sneaks noteworthy body support and a back swagger prop to give a strong premise to the directing and suspension. There will be a base model with 250 horsepower and brake-actuated torque vectoring. However, this performance package rendition picks up 19-inch wheels, greater brakes, Pirelli P0 tires, a lower last drive, and a completely dynamic, electronically controlled corner carving differential comparable in soul, if not configuration, to the VAC framework on SE and Autobahn-level Golf GTIs. Not at all like the inactive mechanical restricted slip differentials utilized by Honda and others. This implies Hyundai can tune the auto's reaction in corner passage and lean, lessening understeam on both turn in and under power. A speedy note about terminology: execution package is the thing that Hyundai calls these redesigns in Europe on the i30N. It was utilized casually by Hyundai PR reps in discussion with us, yet the bundle name, however not content, may change for the US advertise. This is one of 7 parameters you can tune for your own particular modified mode to supplement the committed in setting. There are 3 on-street modes as well: normal, sport and eco, the goal being you can flip in a split second between these, and additionally the N and N custom modes by means of hotkeys on the directing wheel spokes. Straight out of the BMW M playbook and a more evident case of Biermann's impact, gimmicky in-grain control system marking undersells the centrality of such innovation at this value point. By means of the touchscreen I pre-customized a more nuanced 10 custom mode, however for this opening lap I go full in, the auto straining the moment my thumb interfaces with the checkered banner image. Throttle mapping, controlling weight, versatile dampers, debilitate sound, rev coordinating, strength control and the dynamic differential all get committed adjustments. A mischievous pop from the tailpipes reporting we're prepared for business. It's fascinating that Hyundai and Biermann are more intrigued by discussing emotive reactions than they are details and figures, BPM not RPM as they have it in the promotion material. In the high weight condition of a Nordschleife hot lap that converts into certainty moving control reactions thought up by people who plainly comprehend what makes quick autos fun. The controlling is straight and unsurprising, pedal position is impeccable, and reaction to them precisely as you'd need. To the degree I switch the rev coordinating capacity off and pick to do my own extravagant footwork. For a turbo motor, the throttle reaction is astounding and more dynamic than the two-fold 2.0-liter proportionate in the Golf. It's additionally got a more broad conveyance, compensating revs instead of simply dumping all the torque in your lap from tickover. In truth, the Hyundai motor doesn't feel very as strong subsequently, yet the reward is a more extensive power band in which to play and more regular throttle reaction. This is an auto worked for conveying speed round corners, not just point and squirt blasts of increasing speed between them, which is as fitting to the Nürburgring as it is a Californian gorge street. The stick move has a snappy, light toss Golf drivers will discover recognizable, no simple fortuitous event, and the Veloster feels right away strong, alarm and life. It's significantly more keen on the front hub than anything VW offers as well, there being none of the impaired turn you get in the GTI and a more unbiased line through corners that makes misuse of lift-off flexibility and other hot-green fourth tracks substantially more open. Underpower, the dynamic differential really maneuvers the nose into the corner, a vibe that at first feels unreasonable however rapidly supports brighter and more excited utilization of the throttle. That it feels near insult to autos like the Civic Type R or Focus RS, ostensibly a class above regarding execution and cost, is a compliment undoubtedly. Honestly, the setup is pretty punchy and constantly lap high. Change to my in custom mode with the dampers dialed once more from Sport Plus to Sport and then in wave directive help. Quickly the Veloster feels less nervous and streams with the track as opposed to painting about along these lines and that. Contrasting notes and our educator, he reveals to me this is his favorite arrangement and includes that Sport Plus is extremely reasonable for smooth, present-day circuits like the neighboring GP track. This plays out on a quick-pace road circle taking and winding nation streets and an area of de-restricted autobahn. Here the Veloster infills a simple 160 miles per hour in addition to and remains bolted online doing as such, influencing me to think the WRC propelled raised rim and the different other air decorations are there for something beyond appeal. With somewhat more headspace there's an opportunity to take in the environment, the marked performance blue trim components lifting a generally utilitarian lodge that takes care of business however can't coordinate European opponents for material quality. It's ergonomically stable, and the interface with the standard 8.0-inch touchscreen is clear and instinctive, underlining the point that the Veloster can hack it for the ordinary and additionally recess. The topsy-turvy outline with a single, control side-back entryway stays peculiar however there's just sufficiently about space back there for a 6-foot traveler behind a driver of comparable size, and the Veloster is more down-to-earth and usable on this score than, say, a Toyota 86. In short, the Veloster nails the brief. Hyundai has tried lively driving waters previously, however the way that Hyundai's N division has completed a genuine execution variation on its first attempt is amazing and demonstration of the ability it has enlisted to accomplish its objectives. Would we be able to discuss in an indistinguishable breath from GTI, R, Type R, Street, RS and the rest? Hyundai has put the hard hours into supporting client and WRC rally groups and for the i32CR visiting auto on the track, the reward being validity data and badge Street Titan can exchange off from the get-go. Regardless of whether the zero-driven dashing could means an American group of onlookers stays to be seen, however the Veloster at any rate has the progression right. The Veloster guarantees to be definitely evaluated as well, the last figure to be affirmed be that as in May, as indicated by a representative, someplace in the district of the $24,995 of a Civic C Coupe and $27,310 beginning cost for the Golf GTI line. Don't hesitate to conjecture that the performance package auto will be nearer to $30,000 and in equality with the tantamount Golf GTI Autobahn, though with a noteworthy power advantage. Will fans react? Bierman pulls on his cigarette and licenses himself a smile. Before when I went to the Nürburgring the parking garage would be brimming with hot tractors from Volkswagen, Renault and the others. Furthermore, now I'm seeing lovers with Hyundais rather, this is the place we should be. That, more or less, is the thing that remains for. Furthermore, what the Veloster conveys on, straight out of the container.